guys, it's Kimberly or Been Easy, and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about Island 2 episodes 8 and 10, or 8 through 10. Episode 11 comes out in a couple days. Today's Monday as I'm filming, and I'm going on vacation this week actually. I'll be in a whole different state when the next episode comes out, and it'll be 2:30 a.m. when Mnet decides to live stream it. So honestly, I'm doomed, but it's okay, I'm gonna watch it. I will probably edit this video on the plane, and I hope to have it out by Wednesday or Tuesday. Anyways, let's start with episode 8. So in part 1, for the I Will Always Love You performance, we lost Yuju, Sujong, Coco, Jimin, and Ling Ling. So all the people I just named all made it to part 2 except Ling Ling. We had to say our goodbyes to Ling Ling, which was kind of sad. She surprised me a lot in the I Will Always Love You performance, but I guess it was her time to go. I believe if she made it to part 2, she wouldn't have made it very far, as I feel like this lineup is kind of already set up. I was really happy that Yuju made it to part 2. If you watch my part 1 video of Island 2, you'll see that I really liked Yuju, and I still really do. I'm still rooting for her. I knew Jimin was gonna make it because she is a fan favorite, and I was not surprised that Sujong made it, and Juwon made it as well, and Gary, that one surprised me, okay? I voted for Gary, but I was like, I don't know if she'll make it, but she did. Also, Coco made it. Very happy. This episode was honestly dragged. Episode 8 was so dragged. I wish they would just hurry up and tell us who's not making it, who made it. They were so mean to Yui because I knew she wasn't gonna make it. I knew she wasn't. It was so annoying, guys. It was so annoying. They dragged it on for her, and she was getting progressively more like sad. I was like, just tell her she didn't make it. Like, this is really sad to watch. Moving on to episode 9, we got our new speaker, which is Hanbin of Zero Base 1. And guys, can you tell I'm smiling right now? I love Hanbin so much. So I was so happy that he was the storyteller. For this episode, there was 3 units, and they all had to, come together and perform. So there was one unit, it was 21's song, I Am the Best. It was Mai, Jiyoon, Sujong, and Juwon, which I felt like that was the best lineup ever. Honestly, I would replace Mai with Jimin if this was like my ranking or whatever for like this song, because I feel like Jimin fits darker concepts more, but Mai has it. So yeah, I felt like the performance was good, but again, I'll talk about that a little later. The next unit was IZ*ONE's Lavi and Rose, which I'm not the biggest fan of that song, but again, I'll talk about that later, okay? This unit was Sarang, Fuko, Giri, and then Jimin. What? Jimin? Yeah. And then the last unit was Blackpink's Lovesick Girls, and that was Sabi, Jungin, Coco, and Yuju. Wow. To be honest, I understand the judges want to see the girls in different concepts. I personally feel like since it's the Black label and produced by Teddy, I don't think the songs he produces are usually like bubbly, so I'm kind of like shook at them doing like such cutesy songs this whole show. It kind of makes me wonder, like, oh, are they going to debut with something different? Is Teddy going to, like, do something different? I sure hope so. I'm a really big fan of I Will Always Love You, so if they debut with a concept similar to that, I will be super happy. So the competition is getting so much fiercer as people want different positions. Like, they want the same positions as another person. They want more lines as another person. Like, it's getting really fierce, and I understand because you want a debut. This episode, I also feel like the show or Mnet was really pushing Coco as a rapper rather than Yuju, and let me tell you the beef I have with this situation. Coco, like, I feel like since they're pushing Coco as a rapper, they're trying to not have Yuju debut, or like find a need for Yuju to not debut. It's really annoying. I love Coco. Like, I need her to debut. She's in my lineup. She's in my personal lineup. I don't want Coco to be the rapper. I'm not in love with her rap style. I'm not in love with any of the rap styles, but Yuju is definitely the best out of the girls left. Her tone is very easy to listen to, and she has a good understanding of rap, and I just think that's what you need. And Coco doesn't have that, She's the dancer, like, and like she can rap if she has to, like she would be like a good second rapper, but personally I just really wish that people would look at Yuju and see like, oh, she's actually a really good rapper, like we need her. Like, And I just feel like she's not being pushed at all. I have personal beef with Emma and the people who don't like Yuju. Like, at the beginning, Yuju was like, this is my last chance to debut. And I would feel so horrible if she doesn't get to debut. Anyways, they keep showing Jiyoon's dumb scene of her crying, guys, after the, like, performance. I also have beef with Mnet for this. They keep playing clips of Jiyoon just, like, being frustrated and annoyed. And I went over this last in part 1 of me ranting about the show. Like, why do they keep doing this? Like, we get it, Jiyoon cried. We get it, Jiyoon ignored Jungin. We get it. Please stop showing us the same clips. Like, it's so frustrating. But at the same time, it's probably one of the reasons why people like Jiyoon so much, because, you know, Jiyoon is a fan favorite as well. I was not expecting Jiyoon to be a fan favorite. Like, I was not expecting that, but she is. I'm exceptionally happy for that, by the way. Anyways, let's move on to the performances and what I like the most. You know, I'm the best. Your voice to be CL has to be kind of annoying. I'm sorry, guys. Like, CL's voice is not my favorite, so I already don't like CL's voice, and I also don't like Sujong's vocal voice. Like, it's kind of annoying to me. Sorry if I offended you, but like, I don't really like her vocal tone, and I don't like CL's either. So Sujong combining her vocal tone and trying to fit it into CL's vocal tone as well kind of just made it worse. But honestly, I don't think she was the worst performer of the I Am Best unit. I don't think she was. I personally liked Jiyoon the best for I Am the Best, and then I disliked Mai the most for I Am the Best, and it's just because she didn't stand out very much. To me, Mai doesn't have a specific thing she's 100% good at, which kind of limits what she can do in performances. She's good at stage presence, and that's kind of it. Other than that, she's just there. That's just how I feel about Mai. I do like her personality and her determination to get better, but yeah, I don't think Sujong was the worst. I don't know how she got the worst score. I just thought that was a little weird. But again, her saying the thing about Mai probably made people not like her. I thought she was a really good dancer, and she has really good stage presence as well. So again, I don't know how she got the lowest score. Juwon and Sujong had the lowest scores. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand the audience. The audience is honestly the worst part about part 2. Like, they are so biased. I'll get into that with Lavi and Rose. They're so biased towards who they like the most rather than who did the best. Obviously, I'm biased in some aspects too, but I genuinely enjoyed Jiyoon's performance a lot more than everybody else's. On second place for stage presence, or like the whole thing, was definitely Sujong, and then Juwon, and then Mai. Guys, okay, I'm ranting too much. Let's get into Lavi and Rose. Personally, I feel like Fugo did the best, and then for the worst, guys, don't be mad at me for what I'm about to say, but I did not enjoy Jimin and Lavi and Rose that much. I don't think she did the best. Sarang also is kind of the same in this performance. She messed up, you know. Why Jimin got such a high score for this performance? It was not on the same level as Fugo to me. And it might just be because this is not Jimin's concept, but I just don't know how she placed higher than Giri or Fuku, guys. Like, it's really making me upset just even thinking about it. And I don't know what the judges are talking about when they're like, oh, Fuku needs to try more. Fuku's being placed in the same type of songs each episode. If you wanted Fuku to show more of herself, why didn't you put her in, like, Lovesick Girls or I'm the Best? I don't understand. Let's move on, guys, to Lovesick Girls. I thought everybody did exceptionally well. My favorite performer in Lovesick Girls was Jungin. Then my least favorite was Nobody. Nobody did bad on this stage. Or, you know, the other girls in the other stages didn't do bad, but, like, some didn't stand out. I feel like everybody in Lovesick Girls stood out, even Yuju to me. And I really thoroughly enjoyed Lovesick Girls the most. So, yeah, let's move on to episode 10. Episode 10 was by far my favorite out of every episode in part 2. That's because we finally got Jungin and Jiyoon making up. Oh my god, long awaited. That was so annoying. I'm so happy that Jiyoon grew balls and finally apologized for the way she was acting towards Jungin. So yeah, that was good. I also enjoyed the songs from this episode, except CL's. I'm so sorry. I'm not a big fan of CL, guys. I'm not a big fan. But there was the main vocal performance, the main dance performance, the main rap performance, and then the all-rounders performance. Main dance was Sujong, Jiwon, Mai, Jimin, and Savy, which was very interesting. Very interesting. And they were gonna do Money by Lisa. And then we had the main vocal unit, which was Jiyoon and Jungin, who were doing If I Were a Boy by Beyonce, a very, 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 very difficult song. Very, very, very difficult song. And then we had the rap unit. They were doing Spicy by CL. So it was Yuju and Coco. Again, Coco pushing Coco as a rapper. And then we had the all-rounders, which was Giri, Fuko, and Sarang. And they were doing Four Walls by FX. Personally, I really like the Four Walls performance the most out of everybody, but I did enjoy Coco and Coco and Yuju's rap performance. I thought they had so much chemistry, and even though I'm not a big fan of Coco's rap, I feel like if they debuted together, they would be a good duo. I think Yuju carries, but then I think Yuju carries, and then Coco could be like, come in and help along. I feel like it could be a really good dynamic, but I'm not sure if Yuju will debut. Honestly, I'm not sure. The Money performance was difficult for Jimin and Savy because Jimin took like the hardest position, and then Savy is not like a hip-hop enthusiast, she's not a hip-hop dancer, but I feel like she held down her own in the performance, and it was very fun to watch. It was very good performance to watch, personally. And then let's talk about the scores for that performance. Don't know how Juwon or Sujong got that low, but again, at this point, the audience has their favorites and the judges has their favorites, so it's just not gonna work out, and that is frustrating. It is frustrating. Again, with the Four Walls performance, the judges were kind of saying there's nothing new about Fuko. Maybe because it's kind of the same song. Give her a different song and maybe she'll do better. I don't understand. And then Jungin and Jiyoon did pretty good. That's a very hard song. For a very hard song, they did really well. I can't lie. That is a hard song. Any Beyonce song is difficult. Anywho, I don't know how Yuju ranks so low. I'm still upset about that. Let's move on to episode 11. Basically, this was kind of the goodbye episode to Jiwon and Sujong. Yeah, it was a goodbye episode. We had two teams. One team doing La Ta Ta by G Idol, and then the other team doing Into the New World by Girls' Generation. And Jimin had an issue with being the leader, and so did Coco. Coco kind of had no input, which made her kind of just sitting there as a leader. And then Jimin tried to have input, but everybody kind of walked over her. She felt like nobody saw her as a center, and that they kind of were being kind of pushy with her, and I agree. But again, everybody's scared, they don't want to get eliminated, but I feel like they could have been nicer, or a little less pushy. Anyways, when the performance came, I really enjoyed both, but I have to say I enjoyed Into the New World more. It might be because Into the New World is one of my favorite K-pop songs, but it's just so good. I thought they did really well. And I think the standout performer in Into the New World was Fuko. She impressed me a lot with her, vocals. And I also enjoyed Jimin in this role too. I know I said she fits darker concepts more, but this one, she stood out, a lot more than I thought she would. She can be versatile when she really wants to. I thought that was really good. And then the eliminations. First place went to Jimin. Obviously, I was like, okay, but who is gonna be second place? Guys, guess who's second place? Miss Jungin. I was so worried that Jungin wasn't gonna, be top, but she was, and I was like, oh, because Jungin was not placing well in the last two episodes, so I was like, oh god. But she placed second place, and then third was Jiyoon. Anyways, now I'm gonna talk about who my top 6 are, who I like to see debut. Also, by Jiwon and Sujong, I'm really, my heart breaks for Jiwon. She got like no screen time in part 2, and it just felt like they just put her as a placeholder. That's what it felt like. I didn't like that. My number 1 is Jiyoon. My number 2 is Yuju. My number 3 is Jungin. My number 4 is Fuko. My number 5 is Jimin, and my number 6 is Coco. I would like to see Seibi or Sarang also debut, but there's only 6, spots. I'm happy with any of them as long as my top 3 debut. Anyways, guys, I know this video is all over the place. I just wanted to rant about this part 2 shenanigans, but I'll see you guys after the final, and we'll discuss their debut. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
괜찮은 문제는 모두 떨쳐버리고 이곳을 떠나 내가 원하는 곳으로 let me go 작은 비행기 속 날려보내요 You fly so high 너무 높아서 내 손에 닿지가 않은 곳가